Hello! It's me, Mr. Tim. And it looks like I'm at the circus, doesn't it? But I'm not. No, even though it looks like a circus, it's a pretend circus. And I created all of this pretend scenery for a pretend puppet show. That's right. And the puppet show is going to be playing around different theaters and schools and libraries, and maybe you'll get to see it. Now, if you've ever been to a real circus, you'll know that red and white stripes are usually the color of the tent. And that's why I chose red and white stripes for the puppet show borders. And often circuses have something called a sideshow. It's a little show that they kind of invite you to come and see before the main big show in the big tent. And these little shows are pretend, fake. Yeah, they might say, the world's biggest rat, bigger than a dog. And you get in there and it's not big at all. It's under a magnifying glass. So I decided it would be funny if I made some sideshow acts that were telling people that they were going to see something like the Rubber Man, who would stretch his skin out from the side of his body at great lengths, only to realize it's fake. Or the Mockingbird. Look up here. You see that up here? A human mockingbird, part human, part bird. Well, those are sideshows. They're part of the show that we do called In Quite a Pickle, just for fun, just to get the audience warmed up for the real event, which is the puppet show. Now, the puppet show is going to happen in this little theater here. You can see it says In a Pickle, right? And you see two pickles kind of sitting by each other and in love. Yes. Well, that's because the story is a little bit about the pickle couple called Fred and Hilda. And they go out on a boat, and while they're out there, some very interesting and magical things happen. Of course, you and I know it's pretend, right? But it's going to seem a little bit real and magical, and they have to solve a problem by the end of their little show. And I think you're going to like it very much. Yes, I do. I'm counting on it. Well, I'm wondering if you'd like to see what goes on behind the stage. Hold on. I'll show you. Well, first of all, you have to realize that I'm in my studio, and this is not big enough for this show. But my friend Molly, who plays the fairy in our show, and you'll see pictures of her soon, Molly and I had to rehearse. We had to get to know how to do our lines and how to move around stage. So we did it in the studio here. We just made as much room as I could. Now this is the theater, all right? You can see that in our theater, we have some scenery of some water and what looks like a boat, you know? And our characters, the puppets, they are going to come from underneath the scenery backdrop. Do you see this? All right. Well, try to imagine my hand popping up. Can you imagine that? And they're talking, and the audience out here is taking a look through the opening of the stage at the action. All right. Now, here's what it would be like if you were putting the show on like this. You would actually be lifting your puppet like this and putting on your show. And you can't see much back here because the scenery is blocking the view of what the puppets are doing. So you have to memorize your part pretty well. And now I'll show you Fred. This is Fred. Hello, Fred. Oh, see, Fred's not activated. I'm not in pretend land. But if I put Fred on my hand and made him talk, well, then he would be almost real. Would you like me to do that? All right, let me. All right, I'm in front of the stage again. Let me take off my hat. I'm really sweaty today. In my studio, when we rehearsed, it had to be 95 degrees or more. And Molly, bless her heart, she stayed with me the whole time and practiced and helped me build parts of the set and the stage and fix puppets. And she's just been such a great friend. Well, we had Molly's family, her husband and her husband's brother, and also Molly's daughter Alex come over to do a little run through for them so they could give us something called feedback. They could tell us what they liked and what they thought we should work on before tomorrow when we're putting on the actual show. Well, anyway, oh wait, I think I hear someone. Hello, who's there?
It's me, Fred.
Did you see my mouth move for Fred? Watch.
It's me, Fred.
Okay, here he comes.
What's going on in there?
Oh, hi, Fred. This is a camera.
A camera? Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, look.
Now, Fred, back up a little bit. Okay.
It looks like a mirror.
Well, that's because I have the camera turned in such a way that I can see what I'm filming.
Oh, that's amazing. Are these what they call selfies?
No, not selfies so much. A selfie is when you take a still picture like this. Or those are selfies, and then you send your selfies to friends.
Oh, I see. Are these people coming to watch the show that I see out there?
Not sure. Are you coming to see the show in Quite a Pickle? Why don't you tell them what you play? Because you're in the show.
Well, I play the fisherman, and I go out in the water, and I shouldn't tell you what happens, but I do drop my line, kaput, down in the water, and then something happens.
Something happens. Ooh, that sounds fun. What happens?
Well, I can't tell. It would be a spoiler.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, now, boys and girls, it seems like Fred is kind of real, but if I lift...
Don't do it.
Oh, no, I'm going to take your puppet. I'm taking the puppet off my hand, Fred. I'm going to take your whole...
Body?
Yes, your whole body off my hand.
No, don't do that.
I have to. I want to show the boys and girls who are watching that you're really just my hand moving. I'm going to move that hand with my finger and this hand with my thumb.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yes. You're a puppet, Fred.
I'm just a puppet?
Yes. And I make you operate. All right? Hello?
Hello?
And here's Fred's head. How does Fred have any... He's not even pretend land anymore. He's just like... He's kind of like nothing. Yeah. But if I put my hand up inside of Fred and rump, rump.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Fred.
Well, that's what's been going on in my life today. It's been all about In Quite a Pickle. And I hope you're not in quite a pickle, but that you'll come and see our story done with puppets and sideshows in what looks like a circus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the greatest... You finish it up, Fred.
Show on Earth.
So long.